Hello and welcome back to Generates of Funk. Are you ready to talk about times 10? Not like you think. I know there's hundreds of videos on times 10 out there, so I'm not going to bore you with the details of live gameplay on it. There's actually one specific weapon I'd like to talk about, and that's the Cladmore. That's right, I learned how to say the weapon. It may be Cladmore? Cladmore? Doesn't matter. The really long sword, which used to let you charge for like an extra second until Valve nerfed it for whatever reason, now it's just a glorified Zatoichi. Some times 10 servers still allow you to charge for 30 minutes with this weapon, and it's become quickly my favoriteest thing in the entire game to use. Favoriteest isn't even a word, and that's how happy using this weapon has made me in times 10. Because I never do my homework, I don't know the actual statistics of what this does in times 10, but all I know to a peak is that it lets you charge for at least an extra 10 seconds, and whenever you actually get a successful melee kill, you pretty much get 80% of your charge back, which you're already going to have 10% of it ready, so you're just going to get full charge whenever you get a kill with it. Some of the downsides to this is most of the time on these times 10 servers, people are going to be choosing the worst maps in existence to play. Don't know why they like it, but they just love playing on CP maps where there's going to be 500 health sentries and 10 soldiers you have to fight. Kind of makes you just want to get up and leave, but there's no other times 10 servers you can join to be using this set because a lot of other times 10 servers have updated the stats for this weapon. Because on the actual weapon, now you take 15% more damage when it's out, which on a times 10 server basically means you're dead. So I have to stay on these very specific times 10 servers, which allow me to keep the previous stats. But I'm fine with that because sometimes, on a very rare full moon, people will actually vote decent maps that are Payload Race or King of the Hill or even 5CP or something, where it's actually really fun to use this weapon. I also like to pair it up with the Beggar's Bazooka grenade launcher, which don't ask me how times 10 would create a grenade launcher that just sneezes weapons, but that's what it is, so it actually is really fun, except for when you have to fight your hard counter, which is now the engineer. The engineer hard counters the demo man. You'd be surprised. There are several instances where I found a teleporter and I loaded up 10 pills, 20 pills, 30 pills, and guess what? Missed every single shot. Wasn't a fun time. Or this other time where I was fighting this engineer and I tried like, hey, I'm gonna charge away. Ran into a pole, got shotgunned, and then I was team switched. So, gotta watch out for stuff like that. Another fantastic upside, which not as many people will relate to, is that if you use your real name in-game, and you're also a YouTuber, people will relentlessly focus you. They will find you and make it their job to kill you. Which if you're a demo knight, you don't have a gun, you have explosives and swordy swingy slicers. You don't have really the firepower to counter stuff that's trying to kill you that quickly. So if you're a YouTuber, I recommend quitting this game. Don't let any of that detract from the value of this weapon. It's still super fun being a Demotrain that just choo-choos his way into a million enemies and then explodes all of them. Half of the time you'll kill yourself because you know when you're on like a really long car trip and you really need to pee, in the second you get out of the car and you're running into your house, running to the bathroom, you can't wait to like rip your pants off and start peeing, right? Using the pills are like that moment getting out of the car immediately where you don't think you can hold it anymore, and sometimes you can't hold it and the pills just spill everywhere and they explode under your feet and you die. It happens more than I'd like to admit. I'm very embarrassed by my premature pill shooting. What are we talking about? Oftentimes you'll find yourself using this charge as more of a utility than you will a weapon to actually kill people with. So to say that you won't be using your sword to be charging at people and killing them so much as using the charge to get behind enemy lines and then throw up a billion pipes and then kill something. That's a lot more easy to pull off than it is getting the sick trimp skills. Oh, that's another thing to talk about. Trimping is just absolute funnific funism. You know, because with normal trimps, you only really have that initial jump to get in the air, but with this new 10 seconds of extra charge, you can keep hitting the ground, and it's like you're on a wave, you're surfing on a wave, and once you jump off one wave, you can land on another. That's a weird analogy. Basically, you can just keep chaining all of your trimps. I don't know, there's not much else I can really say. I guess this concludes the video. This concludes my review of the engineer in Team Fortress 2. I hope you'll sign my petition to have him unadded from the game. Have a nice day. The video's done, now if you will, please follow my Google+. This isn't a joke, no! I really need 1,000 followers. so I can get the verified thing next to my name. And apparently you need 1,000 followers to get that, so you could please just go follow me. Just go and follow, just go and follow me. I need it, I'm begging you. Why are you still listening to this dude?